My company helps other companies improve their sales teams, really we train sales teams to shorten sales cycles, to sell more with far less effort, and to make the whole experience a lot better for both the salesperson and for the people who they're selling to. And as we start to work with teams, one of the big questions we get is, why do my salespeople perform at different levels? They're all selling the same product, they have the same training, they're selling at the same price points, everything seems to be the same, except some sell this much and they do it this quickly, and others seem to get a ton of maybes and think it overs, and they have longer sales cycles and their conversion rates are lower. So why in the world is it? What's the difference between those who are doing well with those who are doing not as well? And there's a few different reasons why, but one of the major reasons is something called a non-supported buy cycle. It sounds like a fancy term, but all it really means is people sell. Let me put it a different way. If the way that you buy things, I want you to think about yourself as a consumer, or think about your sales team and the people in your sales team and how they buy things. A major appliance, a vehicle, a house, any major purchase, really. Now, I want you to think about this. If you have a salesperson who, before they buy any major item, they always look at 3 options, no matter what. Imagine that's how they're built, they get it. What do you think they're gonna say if you have a prospect who says to them, hey, everything looks great, your price is right, reputation's impeccable, but I wanna look at 3 options? What do you think they're gonna say? Well, obviously, it's gonna resonate with them. They're gonna say, you're just like me, I get it. I would do the exact same thing. And guess what? They're not gonna look for what's stopping the deal. They're not gonna look for, is there not enough motivation? Do we need to ask more personal impact questions? They're not gonna figure out if there's hidden deal killers, right? Is there a fear or concern that if I address, the deal actually will get closed? They're gonna skip all of that. They're gonna stop selling and go, you know what, I get it. That's exactly what I would do. So here's the deal. The big takeaway from this message is this: people sell the way they buy. And if your salespeople are indecisive in their own lives, they're not gonna have their prospects are gonna be indecisive as well, because they're going to allow them to be. And as soon as their prospects become indecisive, they're going to agree with them. They're going to understand, because again, nothing's wrong with your salespeople, but that's the way they're built. Here's the deal. I wish I had like this piece of magic to give you, but instead I'm just gonna give you cold, hard truth. If you have these people on your team, you got 3 options. Option number 1 is just live with it, right? If you know you have these people on your team, but they're getting by, they're turning a positive ROI, even though their performance isn't the best, you're happy with where it's at, then you can just live with it, right? The other thing you can do is try to make them more decisive. Now, this is more difficult to do, but you can do different exercises with them like this. Hey, you're going to get something for the office. I want you to, buy this for a party, or buy this, or help us with this purchase, and just give them this set of rules. Hey, you can look as many places as you want. You can test out as many products as you like, but here's the deal. Once you look at one and you don't purchase, you leave, you can't go back and purchase it, right? This will help them become more decisive, because it's going to force them to, before moving on and looking at another option, think, does this actually fit what I'm looking for? Now that might help, it takes a little bit longer, but if you have a really good person and you're just trying to give them a little bit of edge, that might be the way to go. Now the third thing you might end up doing is saying to yourself, as much as it stinks, but this is the reality about being a business owner, you might have to say, this person's not cut out for this job. And because of their non-supportive buy cycle, they will never get the results that we need as a business. And at that point, it'll be your responsibility to make a decision. It might be relocating them, it might be moving them to a different support decision. There's all kinds of ways that can go, but those are really the only 3 decisions you have. Leave them alone, do something about it, and when I say do something about it, it's either get them out of that position or try to give them the tools they need to succeed. I hope this helps. If you've been wondering, why is it that different people on my sales team who have all the same tools and resources perform at different levels? And if you recognize that you might have one of these people, or if you know another business owner who might be struggling with the same question, please share this video with them, and I hope it helps.